The protest in New Zealand, following the example of Canada's Freedom Convoy, is beginning its 11th day. And while some call the demonstrations aggressive and intimidating, the protesters say they're promoting an atmosphere of love and unity. NTD's Grace Coulter has the story.
New Zealanders protesting pandemic measures and restrictions in the nation's capital of Wellington are entering their 11th day, and they're showing no signs of leaving. A sea of tents covers the lawns of Parliament Hill, and the protest is now being called by some Rhythm and Government 2022. This is a reference to the New Zealand music festival Rhythm and Vines, because the protest has essentially turned into a mini festival of its own. The government, on the other hand, is calling the protest an occupation and says it's illegal. Police estimated Wednesday that over 400 vehicles remain parked in several streets along the Parliament grounds, causing blockades. This protest was inspired by the self-described Freedom Convoy in Canada, and there are many parallels. Just like in Canada's capital, dancing, singing, loud music, barbecues, cotton candy, and bouncy castles can be seen here. The protest has been accused of having muddled messaging and not being clear about what exactly the protesters are demanding. Here's how this protester, who's also filming the demonstration, summed up the movement.
We're here for a purpose, remember? We're here for our freedom. We're here to end the mandates. We're here to stand for truth. We're here to repeal the COVID acts. But at the heart of it all, we're here to connect and bring Kiwis back together again.
Just over a week ago, it appeared that the protest might come to an end. Around 120 protesters were arrested for trespassing or obstruction after the House Speaker closed the Parliament grounds. The police response drew criticism, and some officers were accused of using excessive force on protesters. This accusation was denied by the Wellington District Commander, who said police acted fairly and professionally. But this approach to ending the protest didn't have much of an effect. House Speaker Trevor Millard then came up with other methods to move the protesters along, like turning on the ground sprinklers. And when that didn't work, police blasted music like Baby Shark, the Macarena, and Frozen's Let It Go on repeat. But both of these attempts just seem to result in muddy dance parties.
You know I'm just telling you this because I love you, brother.
And protesters continued to show up. Protesters earlier this week sent a letter to senior politicians asking for an urgent meeting. The House Speaker responded by stating that politicians won't speak with the protesters until several conditions are met. Vehicles blocking streets would have to be cleared, and unauthorized structures removed, and what he called the intimidation of city residents would have to cease. But some politicians are urging the government to state a clear plan, detailing how they will de-escalate the protest and when they will end the country's mandates and restrictions. Grace Coulter, NTD News.